Hi everyone, it's Professor Hall and welcome to CSS 126, Integrated Reading and Writing. I'm super excited to be talking to you guys today, and we have what is known as a hybrid course. That means that part of the stuff that you'll do will be with me in class and with each other and having discussions, and part of what we do will be online. So what I wanted to do today, week or so before classes start, is walk you through Blackboard. That's our LMS, our learning management system, and we'll see where everything is, and I'll show you where you can find everything. So then when you come in, we'll walk through it again just in case, but you'll always have this video for reference if you ever want to go back to it. So let's get started. Okay, so your Blackboard will look a little bit different than mine, but you should have a list of your courses under My Courses and then a list of announcements. You can always find the announcements for each week here, and you can click on them and it'll go straight to the announcement. But this is our course, CSS 126. You see the H there, that's the HY is for hybrid. And we're going to click to go in. When that opens up, the first page that we will come to is the home page. So you can see, looks kind of like sprinkles on a birthday cake here. And we have a little banner welcoming you to the course. Some things on the home page are the announcements. So again, if you want to check, see what's coming up, if there's anything that I announced in class, maybe you missed a class, or you just want to double check what the homework is, that kind of thing will be in the announcements. What you have to do, tasks, needs attention, and if you scroll down, you can see I've left up the academic computing hours. So if you want to use a computer on campus, we have a computer lab on the 5th floor of Elston. That's the one with the main entrance when you walk in that has the cafeteria and all of that. And I also put in here the learning centers. So there's links there where you can find the hours for tutoring if you need any tutoring help. And that could be for this class if you want to go to the writing center. It could be for the math lab. If you want to do online tutoring, the links are all there. There's also something here for student online orientation, which shows you how to use different features within Blackboard before you take an online or a hybrid course. So that can be kind of helpful too. So that's the home page. Now we're going to go to the syllabus and calendar. If you haven't taken a college class before, or if you haven't taken one in a long time, the syllabus is basically all the rules for the class and the description of the class. So we're going to click in there and I'll show you guys how to use it. Anytime you have a question about the class, you can check in here and on our calendar before emailing or asking me. Basically, here's my contact information. There's me with glasses, which I don't wear all the time, as you can see today. The course description and what our goals are, we'll be talking about that our first day. The materials for this class, you just have the Other West More. How you're graded, the types of assignments you'll have, plagiarism policy, attendance policy, and then there's some stuff about the college. If you want to drop or if you're withdrawn from a course, if you need accommodations with ADA, that's the American with Disabilities Act, and if you have accommodations with them, their information is right there. We have this semester a face mask policy for when you're in class, because if we have a campus-wide face mask requirement, you'll be wearing those in class as well. And then there's also the links to support services with all their phone numbers and all their hours, just again in case you need them. Syllabus changes, tips for taking an online class, all of that is in here. So you can click through, find whatever information you need here on the side, or you can go page by page, bit by bit, one at a time. So that's the syllabus. I'm going to click that button over on the left for syllabus and calendar again, and this time we'll look at the calendar. This has the course calendar week by week. It tells you what days the week runs through, when homework is due for that week, what we'll be doing in class, so our in-class discussions, and then what you'll be doing on your own before we meet again. So all of that is here, all of the weeks of the class, and you can scan down and see anything you want. The whole class is open for you. So all 16 weeks are all there. So if you have any questions about anything coming up, you can always ask. Another helpful tool is the next link here on the left, and that's the monthly calendar view. So I'm going to click that. The monthly calendar view shows, I'm going to unhighlight all of my other classes so you can just see yours. It shows you what's due each week. So you can see here in the purple, this is our course. And when you click it, comes up and it tells you what assignment is, and you can go to the assignment right from the calendar, which is kind of helpful, right? So if you're one of those people who has a planner and you want to know what's coming up, you want to try to plan your assignments, you want to see what weeks do we have maybe more to do, what weeks do we have maybe less, all of that is there for all 16 weeks. So from the start of the class right through the end. So that's the monthly calendar view. So the calendar information is actually in the syllabus and calendar, where you can see printed out. It's in the monthly calendar, and it's also going to be in the lessons and assignments page, which I'll show you in a moment. Sometimes, by the way, this menu here on the left where you have everything is hidden or collapsed, and you need to scan up to the top of the page and then click that little gray arrow to be able to see it. So just a tip. Lessons and assignments is basically what it says, everything for the class. So each week we have again how long the week runs, so the dates. During the week, it tells you the date that we're going to be meeting in person, and then it tells you when your homework in that folder will be due before we meet again. So we're going to take a look at a couple weeks here. We're going to click on week 1. So all that calendar information that we just looked at in the syllabus and calendar is again at the top. So you should always know what's coming up, what we're going to be talking about, what we already talked about, and what you need to do for that week for your homework. This time we just are going to have a writing sample. That's just for me to see what your writing looks like. There's a little prompt there. I'm going to ask you to write a couple paragraphs. It's nothing to be stressed about. It's just for me to get to know you a little bit and to see what your writing looks like before we start the course. There's a video that we'll be watching in class if we have time. If we don't, you can always watch it on your own. So let's look at week 2. Week 2 is going to be set up a little bit differently because we'll probably have more to talk about in class. So we have a few things we're going to be reading in class together and talking about. I am going to be doing a lecture about finding main ideas. I have those printed out for you so you can read along while I talk. If we have time, we'll watch this little video. You'll have a reading for homework, and then you'll be doing this assignment. And really a lot of our weeks are set up like that. So I'll click on another one just to kind of show you one more. Again, what we're reading and looking at in class, my lecture notes, what you're reading for homework. This time you have a video for homework, and then you have a homework assignment for before we meet again. So we're meeting on Tuesdays. Your homework is due 11:59 p.m. the Monday before we meet. And you have a short homework assignment or sometimes a longer one every week. But basically, that's how all of those folders are set up. Each week you can go in, and if you want to see what we're going to be looking at in class, you can. Or if you miss a week, hopefully you don't, but if you do, the reading will be in there, the lecture notes will be in there, and that kind of thing. So there are some weeks later on where we might have some quizzes. There are some lectures that you're going to be watching on your own at home as part of the hybrid portion of this class. And then you have things to do for homework as well. So that's basically what all of those units look like for each week. We also have a link here to go directly to discussion forums. And actually, now that I think of it, we don't have any discussion forums for this class, so I'll just take that link out. But you have a link for your grades. So for this class, as long as I've graded it, which sometimes it takes me a little bit of time, but hopefully I can get it in for you as quickly as I'm able, you can always see your grades, and you'll always know what your grade is in this class. If you ever have a question, you can let me know, but this isn't going to be one of those courses where you never know what your grade is. You can always check your grades and see how you're doing. Sometimes if I have comments, and I won't always, but sometimes I do, there will be a little bubble right here next to the number, and you can click on that bubble and read my comments. So I might give you tips about your writing, something that you can do to improve. I might tell you what you did well that week. Those kind of things would be in the comments. And email, if you want to email me through Blackboard, you can. All instructors. I don't think it'll look the same for you guys because I can email all of you, but I think you can only email me. And then we have Starfish, which is a retention tool that we use here at the college, and I will either be walking you guys through that retention tool and showing you how to use it. Retention just means helping you stay in school and helping you to succeed in your classes. So the point of Starfish is for you to raise your hand if you need help, if you need tutoring, if you need to talk to an advisor, if you want to change your major and you don't know who to go to, you can always go into Starfish and find those resources. So we'll talk more about that when we get in class, or I'll send you guys a video that you can watch on your own if you're curious about how to use that. I just want to show you one thing here in week 1, how you submit assignments. So you click on the assignment title. You can see here the little arrow that I have turns into a hand when I go over it. The directions are there again. And then this is the part that sometimes people get a little bit confused about. What you want to do is either write your submission, which I don't really recommend because sometimes it can get erased, but you can type it out in Google Docs or Word and then copy and paste it into the right submission box. Or you can browse local files, which means you're taking it from your computer. It will only take Microsoft Word documents, and I'm going to have another thing for you about how to change a Google Doc into a Word doc in case that's the program you're using. So let's say this is the thing I want to submit. I'm going to click on that. The file name comes up here, and I will click Open, and then I will click Submit, and that's it. You can check that box right there and then press submit. The thing that you don't want to do is right here in the comment box. The comment box is really meant only if you have questions for me about the assignment. So you might say something like, I'm not sure if I did this right, or I think I wrote my thesis statement correctly, but that's the part I'm really concerned about. And then I know what you want me to look at. But you don't want to copy and paste your work into the comments box because then it doesn't display correctly. And I can't really read it or grade it, to be honest. So that's it. You just click submit. It won't let me because I'm the instructor. So I'm going to cancel out. Now, you should know too that I have set all of your assignments so that you can submit unlimited times. So if you do something incorrectly or you send the wrong document, which sometimes happens, it's okay. You can just send it again and I grade the most recent one that you give me. So that is basically how that works. And that's our course. Remember that on the home page, you can find announcements, things that you need to do, and also those hours for the computer lab and links for the learning centers. The syllabus and calendar gives you the rules for the class and also the rundown of what we're talking about and what you need to do each week for homework. The monthly calendar view helps you get a larger view of when all of those things are due. The lessons and assignments link has folders, and you need to click on those folders and find the instructions for that week and then those assignments. So the videos, the readings, and then the assignments themselves are in each folder. We won't have the links for discussion forums, but we will have my grades, and you can check your grades anytime you like. You can email me right from here if you have questions, and then if you want extra help and you want some support, you can click on Starfish, and we'll show you how to go through that on our first day in class. So that's it. Let me shrink it and I'll go, there we go. That's it. I hope that this was helpful, and I really am looking forward to seeing you guys in class. So I'll see you in about 2 weeks. That's it, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a great day.